I've been contemplating for a while. Wouldn't it be great to write a book? Wouldn't it be great to write a book? So in 2021, right after I retired, Ryan Holiday, who's one of the greatest writers on the planet, also an investor in the PLL, reached out to me and he was like, hey, what do you think about writing a book that's never been written before? That's comprised of an amalgamation of the greatest athletes in the world's thought process and experiences on their path to becoming great. I was like, why the fuck would I write that? And Ryan was like, well, for two reasons. You've been through the ringer in your sport, and you also have a podcast where you've interviewed other athletes about going through the ringer in their sport. It's like, so why don't we do this? And I was like, okay, I've never written a book before. Let's pause here, let me think about it and come back. Here's what we came back with. And over the last 2 years, we've been writing this. It's called The Way of the Champion. The subtitle is Pain, Persistence, and the Path Forward. There are micro-chapter lessons from the greatest athletes, entertainers, authors, entrepreneurs. There is advice from each of those lessons that have tied through either my experience on the field, my experience off the field, or just, frankly, their wisdom that hopefully will impart a strategy or a process for any young athlete who wants to be great. Simple as that. You know, when I was your guys' age, I used to look around for books that would be the equivalent of a blueprint to how to win a championship. And there were things that sort of helped, autobiographies, sports psychology books. This is an effort to combine it all. So I am super honored to have worked with Ryan and Penguin Random Press and really everyone who has been supporting with their stories along the way, from Sue Bird to Steph Curry to Bill Belichick to Michael Phelps to Rick Rubin to Jimmy Iovine. The list goes on. And this book's gonna come out in May of next year. So this edit right now is just tell you that it's coming. Oh, and hold there. Here is the manuscript. It's about 200 pages or so. Here we begin how it's going to print. Right now it's with copy editors, so they can edit my shit. Here's the opening line from Bill Russell. A champion must forget greatness and must be simply the man that you have to beat at his best under pressure.
Can you read me a chapter? Just give me a little taste.
What do you want to learn about?
Perseverance.
Okay, I'm gonna read you maybe a couple. This first one is short, but also the vibe of the book. It's called It's Simple Math. When Kobe Bryant was 12, he played a 25-game basketball season without scoring a single point. Did you know that?
No.
He said it was terrible. He also said it was awful. Not a single point. Not a free throw, not a lucky bounce, not a breakaway layup. When asked about that season, Kobe said it taught him to take the long view. He said, I wasn't the most athletic. I had to look long term. I had to say, okay, this year I'm going to get better at this, next year that, and so on and so forth, and patiently I got better. He, like from a previous chapter, I talk about John Wooden, the great UCLA basketball coach, focused on what he could control, and patiently, he repeats, he got better. It was piece by piece. It was the consistency of the work. Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better. You do that over a period of time, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you get to where you want to go. He said, it's simple math.
I like it.
So when you think about perseverance, sometimes we get ourselves in a bind because we want the outcome to be tomorrow. And the reality of things, if you want to play for Team USA in the Olympics, as a lacrosse player and you're 12 years old right now, you're gonna have to play the long game, and it's simple math. Just do the work every day over years. Last one, because I think it's relevant, because yes, we talk about social media, we talk about pressure, we talk about hard work, we talk about consistency, we talk about perseverance, we talk about persistence, we talk about resilience. This one is called The Difference Between Self-Promotion and Passion. I actually heard this from Tom Cruise. I'm not going to convince you to like what I do. I'm going to show you how much I love what I do. That's the chapter.
Whoa. Show, don't tell.
There's both. Because when it comes to social media, I can at least say that it's been a challenge over my career of what feels like self-promotion. If you find yourself promoting, not the right thing. If you find yourself telling others what it is that you love the most, that's great. Anyway, this book is broken down into 3 segments: amateurism, professionalism, and the third one is called Beyond the Game. And you'll find that the lessons actually change. When we're younger, the way that I at least approached sport and improvement was much different than when I was a professional. There is no straight line blueprint, and it's up to you, if you want to read it, to take away what makes sense or potentially what you needed. So,
congrats.
Thanks, man.
Can I come to your book signing?
Yes. So again, you'll find out more May 2024, right in the thick of lacrosse season, heading into your summer circuit. And this one I'm most proud of.